Today on this episode of RealityGays.
Oh, my throat is sore and my nose is running. I'm allergic to Brazilians.
We learn what eye whitening is, y'all.
Oof, get ready.
And it's my party and I'll make out with my run club if I want to. Roll it, Christina. RG on YT, y'all.
Get down tonight, Daddy.
It's time for Reality Gays. We're here to cover another reality show. And while the video plays, just sit back and let go.
Now, you may be thinking, where'd the theme song go? We made this little switch because copyright's a bitch. We got 90 Day, Mormon Wives, Lalo, and more. And now you can watch us, you whore. You like to watch. You dirty slut. Yeah, you know.
Like it, don't you? A little too much. Ooh, moist.
RG on YouTube, y'all. I want to show my creamy shoulders. And maybe my nipple.
Poodle, no!
So me and Ryan met at a run club in Chicago, and we ran a marathon together, and then we went on a trip to Europe together. We made out a few times, but nothing further than that. I'm missing some things.
I think there was some hops, some skips, and some leaps in this story.
My question is, so you met at a run club in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just decide the next day to run a marathon together.
No.
And then she made it sound like that he had an extra ticket to Europe.
Just had one.
And she didn't have anything to do. So it sounds like these people have a lot of fucking history.
Yeah.
And she's minimizing it all. And it's incredible. And the bitch just invites him to her party. And he's asked her not to.
Josh has asked her not to.
Yes. I don't know what I would do.
This episode just reinforced. I think I said this last episode. We talked about her drinking, but it's really like histrionic. I really think she has histrionic personality disorder. It's like, it's got to be about me.
This kind of shit is all for attention. Yeah, I think you're right.
And there's so much about her. And we've kind of talked about this, but I feel like I've overlooked it. And I'm sorry if I didn't talk about this in depth enough. But again, when I just did this 90 Day Bay show, Marcy brought this up. The orange hue to her lipstick is so horrible.
I've said it again and again and again. First show.
I realized she's so horrendous to me. I've blocked out her bad makeup. I now saw it for the first time. And I can't unsee it.
I did bring it up the first show, but
I know, but okay. I didn't when I watched. I didn't want. I see it when I watched the show, and then this time I watched it. It's all I could see because I don't listen. We don't listen to each other half the time.
Yeah.
That's
no,
true.
it was one, and I don't even notice a lot of those things. And the orange lipstick was awful. It just is the color. No, I think it's possible to marry, but she also doesn't feel like her lips are too. Does she outline over her lip? Does she put it?
No,
because it looks like her lips are too big for her face, and she's always looking like this.
She kind of has Libby upside down mouth.
Yeah, I wonder if she's gotten her lips done. I can't imagine she'd spend money on that though.
Yeah, she's pretty. I can't imagine. She probably wouldn't go get it done. She probably would go get caulk from the hardware store and try to put it in her lips. Because she's got to hack everything.
We should introduce the show.
Y'all, this is RealityGays. I'm Mattie.
And I'm Poodle. And we're two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than tearing reality television a new one.
Yes, and today we're talking about our part 2 of TLC's 90 Day Fiance, season 12, episode 7, The Ball and Chain. Who is that referring to?
I don't know. The old ball and chain. I think it was maybe. Did Thomas and Paula say it? I can't remember who said it.
Maybe. Oh well.
Someone did. The ball. Maybe it does sound like they're being locked down, or maybe it's Ashia. I don't know. It applies to all of them.
Yeah, it just feels very.
They're all the Americans are balls and are attached by a chain.
Pretty much.
Dragging them down.
Y'all, we want to remind you of our Love Island recaps that are dropping every Wednesday night. So it's a week's worth of Love Island. We're having it's a lot to do, but I am having fun with it. So hopefully y'all enjoy it.
It's fun to talk about it. I will say, I enjoy talking about it more than I enjoy watching. Although my watching, I did enjoy it more this week. I need some more bombshells. I need some bombshells. I need some bombshells with no heart.
That's what yes.
Everyone so far who's been a bombshell I need me as a bombshell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you could take my brain and put it into like a really disturbingly sexy 24-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're more like a butt shell.
Yeah.
You're just walking in there literally with ass out.
Mm-hmm. I would get naked all the time, just taking my top off.
You would.
And I wouldn't just try to make couples. I would try to actively break up other couples. You would. I would ask the producers, do I get more money for every couple I break up?
Yeah. You would definitely fuck several of the guys.
And a lot of the crew. If I was a woman, I'm telling you, I first of all, I wouldn't sleep. If I was a beautiful woman, the idea of being able to get all the straight men I wanted, I can't even picture it. And I would ruin every one of them.
Yeah, but you'd have to be really good with your birth control because you would get pregnant a lot.
That's the rub. I think is the pregnancy thing.
That's what gets you.
There's the rub. And I do think the female body is much more complicated, so I wouldn't really know what to do with all of my body.
Well, and how can you imagine, what would it be like for Mother Poodle talking to her daughter about her period?
Jay-Bird, it's just what we got to do. Jaylene Bird. It's our curse. You got to put this big old pad in there.
Yeah.
Now, Mother Poodle uses tampons. I've known that for a very long time. Oh. That's just a tampon.
My mother never talked about it. We never saw anything feminine.
But you had to. You never saw like Tampax?
I mean, I would see like in the bathroom, but like it would never be out. She never talked about it. She was kind of.
She didn't know, but you would see it. What did your mother use? Tampons or pads or?
I don't even remember.
Sanitary napkins.
Now she would talk about our stuff very openly and talk about our
I don't think that's fair.
Well, it was she just didn't. Yeah, she didn't. We didn't. Or maybe she did more to my brother, but I didn't learn a lot about women.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Yeah, nothing.
What you don't know about women.
Y'all, RG Vacay, Monday, June 29th to July 6th. There will be content that week. Thank you to those of you who have submitted your questions for the AM Gay. We had so much fun doing that. I can't believe what
we haven't recorded it yet.
We haven't.
Yeah.
But thank you.
If you're listening now, too late to submit a question.
Too late. And if you're saying,
they went up on Tuesday.
And if you're saying, I want to submit, but I'm not on RG Plus, I'm even a free member. No, that's just for the people that on
RG and Supercast.
Yes.
Sorry, Patreon and Supercast.
You can
because I can send them a link.
Yes. And you can join Patreon for free. Use the polls and all. And so the bi-curious and these kind of things.
You actually can't do the poll.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was going to say the polls and the gays, that is for people behind the paywall.
You do get little knowledge about us, and you can see our quips, our little quips.
And everyone loves that newsletter you wrote.
I know.
We're just so.
It's in my head. To be written, fully formed to be written.
What if I just. Like right before you went on vacation, I just wrote one myself and sent it without
riddled with
you.
errors.
It didn't tell you.
And it won't make any sense at all.
Like how on a scale of 0 to 10 would you be angry?
I dare you. How about that? Because I guarantee you people will ask, never do that again.
I don't want to do it. I'm fine with you doing the newsletter. Take it.
It won't be me who is the first to say, please don't ever do that again.
That's not true.
We'll see.
They might like it. So yes.
I think it'll be incoherent.
You don't know. Hour-long YouTube Live, y'all. It's coming in July, on July 19th, for those of you on the $15 tier. And I tentatively will say, I hope, I probably shouldn't mention it, but, we always try to have under the skirt. So I think we have been promised by our tour manager that we're going to start to know dates. So we might be able to give you some cities we're going to under the skirt.
I think we can give you cities. I don't know.
We can't tell you dates, but we can give you some cities possibly. But that's only for under the skirt. Summer Slammers sale. 75% off, again, for the $8 and $15 tiers, only on patreon.com/realitygays.
Only through the month of June.
In July, it goes back to its regular price. So if you've been interested, and it's $2.50. You tip a barista more than you would pay for RG Plus at the $8 level. Imagine.
Have you seen this thing that's happening lately? You know how it'll have suggested tip on there, and it'll be like
15%'s gone. Oh, 15's gone.
15's gone.
Starts at 18.
18, 20, 25.
Usually I get 18, 22, 25.
Come on, y'all. This is for counter service. This is for counter service.
This is for not even bringing you food. This is for I'm just taking your order.
And look, I know everyone deserves to be paid a living wage. That's not my problem.
No, it's not
that. But the tipping in this country is out of control.
I agree with that.
The tipping system.
And that probably would change if we paid people more living wage. Yeah.
Exactly. Because our whole economy is fucked.
It's not based on restaurants' fault. They're just responding to the shitty system. Yes. Ugh. And that's 25. Our restaurant rant today on Reality Gays.
25%.
Hey.
You said, hello, can I take your order? And I watched you punch it in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's move on.
Come at me at Cameo. If you want a Cameo, bring it. Poodle's not on, but you can come at me for that if you'd like. And I think with that, we're ready to jump into this, shall we?
Yeah, let's talk about Catie and Josh.
Boy.
I gotta say, it gets every single week. It gets darker and darker, and it's not even that I do hold him accountable for being there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just dark watching her personality. Watching her slowly wake up to the fact that I didn't want this. And it makes me really nervous making all these decisions. And you start to see her world close up around her. And you notice she's not happy. She hasn't been happy since the first time she saw him. It's that sour face. Boo.
Because as she said, she's always chasing excitement because she needs it for her personality, but also to something to counteract the unbelievable amount of anxiety she has.
Yeah. The mental illness is strong within this one.
I worry for her a little bit, for many reasons, but I worry for her being on a reality show. I worry that the feedback that because she's very concerned about what people think of her.
Don't worry, she's doing tons of lives.
So she's just leaning into it. She just wants to be famous. So she doesn't care about all the shit that people are saying about her.
I think she might, but I don't know. She's doing lots of lives though.
Well,
because of course she is.
Because of course she is. So I hope she's doing a lot of lives with a therapist and maybe psychopharmacist.
None of that. Yeah, my
I
psychopharmacologist and I, not so.
Yeah. But yeah, she's not happy at all. And
he's enjoying his free furniture that they got from a friend, his desk and chair. And she looks kind of concerned and she's like, setting up a house with someone feels out of my comfort zone. I don't like living with people. I understand that. And he's like, okay, I'll just hop back to the UK. This was lovely. So her communication style and her delivery isn't helpful, nor is his.
No.
Because what he could do is say, that hurts my feelings when you talk that way. And
he'll get there. He'll eventually get there, but not
right.
But I just want to, what we've noticed though, I wonder if he did that in the past, only because when he does get there and says that hurts my feelings, she completely invalidates his feelings and makes him feel
noticed
stupid.
that.
So maybe he did do that and he's just giving up on him because he's just
trying to,
he's it's almost like a lot he's trying to kick the can or just like, well, when he says like, when she's like, this is out of my comfort zone, like you said, I don't like living, and he's like, well, can we just say this is a short thing until we get comfortable? He does that a lot, like humming to not talk about it.
Well, I think that's part of him being British.
That's fair.
I also think that when he sees her get dark, it makes him think that the light personality will never come back. So he's trying to do anything he can to get her back to a good place. Because I think he's scared by it. I think part of him, now that the manic pixie dream girl has worn off, part of him is a little scared by her.
I think that's fair.
He doesn't know what to think.
I think that's fair, yeah.
I'm scared by her behavior.
It's unsettling.
And so she's like, look, I just don't want to obsess over every detail as we're progressing in the relationship. She's like, I get that, but I think we're in a much better place. And she goes, I think we're in a worse place. And it's, you know what it is?
But she never says why. He would list why we're in a better place. She just says things. But sorry, what were you saying? No,
well,
you know what it
here's
is?
Here's why I think there's this, I don't know. It's almost like she's prone to, I think she's prone to depression. I'm almost certain that's part of her history. And I think it's when she gets that way, she needs to, I think it's probably intrusive thoughts that take her down a darker path, which she's talked about. So, and I think that she's normally going to go pursue the more negative side. And so I think she's prone to that. And he's prone to being a Pollyanna. Yeah. And she says, and then he says,
do you think, can I ask just real quick, piggybacking on that, maybe she has tried medication or something before and got off of it because, as she says, she always wants to chase the excitement. And I wonder if she feels numb on medication.
Yep. Like Next to Normal. Yep.
Is that what that musical's about?
Yeah. Bipolar disorder.
Oh.
You didn't know that? You never saw it when it came into town?
No.
It's a better score than it is a show.
Yeah, You la poo pooed for it. Me. You la poo poo. You didn't see it. Told me it was
that's
bad.
not true. That's not true. I did not do that.
It's
not true. I think it's a pretty decent stage show. I do have problems with it. I have problems with the book. But I think the score is very strong. Really strong.
Love the idea though. That's great.
Don't act like you've never heard about this show.
I heard of it, but I didn't know it was about BPD.
Yeah, the guy has there's a couple and she has bipolar disorder and they have a daughter and the daughter plays piano, and when you first see it, the son comes in and he's in all kind of stains, and you only find out the son has died, and that's the manifestation that she sees.
Spoiler alert.
That's not really a spoiler. If you haven't seen it, it's a great theatrical device though.
Okay. Yep. I'll have to see it when it comes back. Sorry.
I don't think it will, but that's. Well, I'm sure it'll be around. Maybe in another 10 years, they'll do. They did a revival in London with Casey Levy, and it's on. You know what? It's on
PBS.
PBS. Yeah, they filmed it.
There we go.
You can try to watch it. She's vocally right for it. I don't think she's casting wise right for it, but that's me being really picky.
Well, that's okay. When have you not been really picky? It served you well,
True.
though. Served you well.
So he basically says, can you recognize, I thought this was a really great tactic.
Yeah.
Just to try to connect with her.
Mm-hmm.
Can you recognize that I know this is stressful for you? Recognize that I know how you're feeling. And me, I left my country and you're being dismissive. And then she does something that made my jaw drop. She's like, well, I moved to the UK for over a year and it wasn't a big deal. So it's hard to empathize with you. I went, there's something else to add to your cocktail.
And he even tried to then push back and say, well, but you were on a holiday and I came here, and he said it's a very, to
with
be
no
in the
choice.
US, he said it's a fragile position for me to be
being an immigrant. And then it's more fragile than ever right now.
And he said in the talking head, that's where he says, well, I feel like I put in effort into understanding your culture and you're not putting in effort to understand mine. And without even looking at him, she says, we're in America.
This is when I went,
I actually don't think she has empathy.
You're unredeemable to me. If you can't have any empathy.
This is what confirmed the histrionic part.
Yeah.
I actually think she is I don't think she chemically, not choice, y'all. This is deeper than, I think she chemically cannot understand empathy. Sit with that.
He's even trying to explain to her later on. He's like, sometimes she can say things that come across as hurtful and they're in the moment. And she's like, sometimes he reads into things. There's a big cultural difference. He's like, I do read into things. And he's like, I'm trying to understand American ways, and you could try to understand Britishness. And that doesn't even compute to her. In other words, two people making compromise doesn't compute.
Think about this. Think about other 90-day couples who the Americans did try to understand certain things about their culture. Even like going back to like Libby and Andre. Libby trying to understand. Libby just visited. Those are usually Americans who just visited. She lived in his country for an entire year and is still not able to understand that.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
And she refuses to. Now we're talking about her birthday, and they're going to a bar, of course, because of course they are. Mm-hmm. And she's invited Ryan because Ryan is in town. For some reason, my autocorrect did, instead of Ryan, it wrote Friedan, as in Betty Friedan.
I don't know who that is.
How? Betty Friedan from the women's movement? Oh my
Oh,
God. That's something you should actually know.
We didn't learn about the women's movement in Oklahoma. Why would they teach that?
Wow.
I remember somebody said, my mom said people burn bras. And the teacher said, oh, we're not talking about that.
In Miss America, the thing about Phyllis Schlafly with Kate Blanchett was in. Betty Friedan was played by Tracy Ullman.
Oh. Wow.
Yep.
News to me.
Again, there's so much of history that just was
literally. I don't remember it all.
I don't think we studied in high school. I think we studied in college. Because you had to take history. You had to take some type of history, didn't you? Not more than Texas history.
I had to take Texas government, and then I had to take Texas history, which was stupid. And I'm sure I had to take some type of American history or something like that.
Well, it's gone.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Anyway, and we find out, this is what I said at the beginning. She met Ryan. They met at a running club. This running club is just her roster. She's
a roster girl.
People. She's a roster girl.
Yeah, as they say on the island.
As they say on the island.
On the island.
The island of love. And she said, yeah, we ran a marathon together and went on a trip to Europe together. Humana. We met it a few times.
Humana.
Nothing more than that. And we find out that Josh was there 2 of the 4 times
they made out.
Yeah. And he said he'll never go within 20 feet of Ryan again. And she said, I hate keeping secrets, but I have something to tell you. And he goes, am I going to like it? She went, no. And then, are you pregnant? Yes. No, I'm just kidding. And she's like, I invited someone you don't like to my birthday. It's such a weird way of saying this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a manipulative, disgusting way of treating someone.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is awkward. You should have told me earlier. And she's like, well, he told me he was here and I got excited and I invited him to come instead of thinking it through. And then he says, this is the most British way of saying this. I can't promise I'm not going to be a bit of a dick.
That was very British. Very British.
I can't promise that I won't be a bit of a dick.
A bit of a dick.
I would say this is over.
Josh in his talking head, he's like, the topic that never stops, Ryan. I feel like his hair, the more frazzled he gets, his hair becomes more and more mad scientist.
Yeah.
By the end of this season, he's gonna look like, well, I don't want to say his name because he's still alive, but he's gonna look like somebody who played a doc on Back to the Future. That's all I'm saying.
He should cut his hair. I think with a buzz cut, he would look, or a shorter haircut, he would look much better.
Well, he's losing it, and so
yeah, you're right.
He doesn't want, because he's got a little in the back. Let it go. Let it be. Let it be.
Let it be. He met Ryan in Germany. He's like, I learned that they had kissed, and I wasn't happy with that. And I learned they were going to travel together for another 2 weeks. This is the Cuck Olympics.
Yeah.
That's going on right here. And she's taking the gold medal. But that histrionic personality disorder, you're exactly right. This is something that someone who had that would do.
I agree.
Because they're pushing it and they're pushing it.
It's always boundaries. How far can I push boundaries? That's what somebody who does this. And also, a lot of times they're sexualized boundaries.
Yep. He said, this needs to stop and you need to think about what this relationship is about. And she says, we didn't sleep together. He's like, so I'm choosing to take her at her word. And he says, thing is, he never stops trying to come up with ways to help her. What can I do to make you comfortable? You must know by now what's good and bad behavior. Josh, she doesn't. That's the problem. I underlined that sentence as well. Good and bad behavior. She doesn't know what's good or what's bad. Because it's not good and bad. It is what makes me feel good. is things that I need to do. It doesn't matter if it's
not
good
even
or
a
bad.
choice. It's not even a choice for her. It's just that because she runs everything is on her instinct and on her impulses.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of people do this. This is probably the first time, actually, Josh, maybe he's had other relationships. I think this is probably the first time he's been in a relationship with just a shitty person. And so possibly he's thinking, well, eventually they'll get it.
She'll grow out of it.
Eventually
Josh.
they've got to understand. No,
By the way,
y'all.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, no, they don't have to understand.
Josh is the one who says ball and chain. Sometimes I feel like a ball and chain. And it's not the kind of relationship that I'm wanting. She even says, I want to be a better partner, but sometimes I really love seeking thrills.
That tells you everything.
It tells you everything, but she says, I want to do this. I have a feeling that when she says, I want to, everything is the abstract. Everything is in the abstract because she's so overwhelmed by the things that she needs, that she constant needs, that a want is somewhere, is always a mile away. I want to be better. I want, but there's so much in her way.
Yeah. And
that's
true for anyone struggling with mental illness, with personality disorder. Or
so many impediments.
Probably also her alcoholism.
Yep.
Which I still think she has
stop
too.
Drinking.
Yeah. It's not the one. It's all the when, how, where, and actions are over. Again,
now
it's a hard watch, but it's an interesting watch to me, at least, because we see this person who I wouldn't say she's a good person, but I wouldn't say she is purposely nefarious in her. I think, again, like you said, it's an impulse. It's an id. I don't think that she is, I think sometimes, but isn't fully aware. Because like you said, she's not thinking through any actions. No. Everything is the right now. So she's not thinking through, if I invite this guy to the party and he comes to the party, how's my boyfriend going to? And then when she gets with Josh, she goes, oh, wait, how's Josh going to feel? I didn't think about that.
I think this is a question now of, while I think you're right, and the thing is, she can't even think about the emotional consequences of her actions.
Yeah.
It's that is because of the non-empathy thing.
It's not
so I
even,
think that's what makes it very dangerous.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
So she's texting Ryan, by the way, and I thought, oh, maybe she's texting him not to come.
No.
They say no tequila shots, and then she proposes they can go for a run together, by themselves.
Because Josh doesn't run.
By themselves. Why not push the boundary more? She says, why do you want to be friends with him? Oh, he's just fun. Then she said this, if I was crying in the middle of the night, he might be one of those people to answer. And
I went that to him.
Like all your exes?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I went, this is why I think this gets dark for me. Every time I think she can't become more at risk, she does. Yeah. And and she keeps saying, I just see him as a friend. And then he says, what if I was doing the same? She could even say, oh, I'd be really jealous. But she can't. What he's trying to do is like a person who doesn't have mental illness would be able to see this from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
She does not.
Yeah.
And she's like, I love if you two could chat because let's ramp up the cuck level.
And this is where he's trying to say to her, how would you feel if I did it?
She doesn't get it.
She's not able to, she can't do it, Josh. She's never ever going to get there. And she's like, well, we can have fun together and not make bad choices. And Josh, he's commenting, this is toxic. It's fuck. And so it's time to go to the bar.
Yeah.
They show up. And, she gives him the phone. She's visibly nervous, on edge, anxious, or whatever. And everybody's catching up, blah, blah, blah. None of that matters. Ryan shows up and the look on this guy's face, he wants to fuck her down. Don't you think?
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah. It's a mixture,
yeah.
actually. He wants to fuck her down, but he's kind of like, why am I here? Why are we here with all these other people?
Yes. But also, doesn't it feel it feels like he wants to instigate a little bit. Yes. He knows.
Yes.
He doesn't seem like a good guy. Also, he has gay face, right?
A little bit. But I find a lot of straight guys who pull girls, who like pull a lot of girls, kind of do.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
you've slept with a lot more straight men than I have, so you would know.
Yeah. So Josh, by the way, has sent Ryan. She's like, sent him a horrible text, like, "See you never. I'm aware of what's going on. I don't want you in my life." And now, did you notice the friends checking on, already asking her how many drinks she'd had?
Yeah.
Y'all, I promise, if your friends are counting, you're like Father Poodle counting glasses of wine.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing.
What was he doing?
My father did that the other night. He actually brought his own wine to my brother's thing, and my brother had my brother's wife, my sister-in-law, had her friend who I know, one of her friends from college who I know pretty well, and my father's like, yeah. She was really, I was happy to see her. She was really having a good time. She's like, I saw her drink 3 glasses of my wine. My Father Poodle will eyeball anyone's drinks. I don't know what for. It's weird.
You know, like when we're at a party and I go and come back with a full drink and you look at me and say, having another one, are you?
It's because you can't be trusted.
I wonder if that's where you get that from.
Maybe.
I don't count your drinks mainly just because I'm from Oklahoma. And
you can't count that high.
I can't have that high. Yep.
You run it on your fingers.
Fingers. Where do I go?
An abacus is too big to bring that. That's all they had in Oklahoma. No calculators.
No calculators.
No. I gotta say, I don't think this was a gift party. You don't bring a gift. A party at a bar is not a gift party.
Not a gift party. I agree.
This was a major boundary push to bring a gift.
You buy someone a drink.
You do not bring a gift to a bar party.
Yeah.
Unless it's a private restaurant, private bar setting, you do not bring a gift to a public bar situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I went, this guy's nefarious.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gross.
Anyway, she said, Katie's like my whirlwind friend. She's fun to hang out with and greets and has the most interesting situations and blah, blah, blah. In other words, this is the same guy who loves a manic pixie dream girl.
Yeah.
They all it's always fun for a straight guy to see this girl. She doesn't think like other girls. She's not like other girls. She's kind of wild.
She's kind of free.
No, she's mentally ill.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah. And
they're not wild and free. They're Natalie Portman in Garden State. They're mentally ill.
Natalie Portman was mentally ill in Garden State? I thought she was just fun.
She was undiagnosed, but come on.
Probably.
Straight men, if you're listening, you've got to stop idealizing this type of woman. It's not helpful for anyone. The women you're going to date, the women you're dating, don't wish you could date this manic pixie dream girl. Because the grass is greener on the other side, but it's also mentally ill. That is mentally ill grass.
And this is coming from someone who has 6 ex-boyfriends in prison.
Yes, I dated the manic pixie dream boy.
You did. You did so many times.
Ooh, I know it well.
You know it. They fuck well, but they fuck up your life.
That's the truth.
That's the truth. So he's talking to friends, and Josh is, they're asking, how are you doing? He's like, oh, Katie's a bit of a wild card.
You notice his voice getting higher and higher?
Yeah, he's just like,
Josh's voice. Yeah.
And so Katie says, well, let's go have a chat. So they go chat outside. If you notice at the beginning of the scene, she has a full beer. And they don't have golden goblets here like on Love is Blind.
Nope.
So you can see she is pounding that cerveza.
This is where this is starting to feel Love After Lockup adjacent for me.
It does. It does feel Love After Lockup adjacent.
And it's not that they are kind of people who we would normally see in like trashier circles. That's not it. It's the feeling that addiction and mental illness are right around the corner.
Yeah.
Actually, they're in the room with us. Is addiction in the room with us? Yes, it is. It's right here.
By the way, I just want to shout out, speaking of Love After Lockup, but also AKA This Is Polly, we did an interview with the Power Throuple with
Cammy, Trent, and Nita.
And Nita from This Is Polly. So
hopefully the audio was decent, Christina. Hopefully. we tried, but they were. I don't know where they were. They were in different rooms. Looked like Nita was in a different house.
Yes, it's available on YouTube. You can watch it there, or the audio will jump out on our main podcast feed.
So Katie mentions that she still craves the party life, which is always a great thing to hear. And so she gets Josh to chat outside, and here's Ryan, and I went, oh, here we go. It's going to get cucktastic right up in here.
Yeah.
And he says, why are you here? To Ryan. It's like, well, it's going to be a fun time to hang out with a friend. And Katie and I have had conversations about what she wants with her life. And Josh goes, we're going to get married. He's like, and we kind of leave it freeze framed like the end of a sitcom.
Yeah.
Next week on Cuck of the Walk.
Cuck of the Walk.
That's what it felt like.
Oh, I
hate this story. I don't like watching. I like talking about it with you, but I can't stand. Yes, Josh is allowing this to happen. I don't ever want to see someone in a relationship where they're unvalidated, they're completely shut down with everything, and the person they're in a relationship is going through about a mental illness. I hate watching it.
Well, and it's hopefully people in watching this see that a lot of times on the outside in, whether you're opinionated podcasters like us or whoever, you can say, why would someone do that? Why don't they see this? Yeah. Why don't they see this? But the thing is, it's hard to dig yourself out of these things when you didn't jump into a ledge. You just by one shovel, and suddenly you realize you're 100 feet down.
Yep.
And that's where Josh is. This is the definition of in over your head, AKA Poodle's fifth husband. God.
Yep. Yeah. We don't say his name.
We don't. Let's say Thomas and Paula's
Speaking of it over your head, he's 6 feet under.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. I don't like this guy.
Elaborate, please.
I feel like I think he is a little bratty. I think he's emotionally immature. I think probably he has either been coddled or given what he wants in his life. I would love to meet his parents. I bet his mother babies him. And this guy does
the mom is a piece of work. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah. This guy does not want a wife. This guy wants a mother who lets him do whatever the fuck he wants.
It's interesting. I got a similar read, but I'm seeing a man baby.
He's a man baby.
Yeah, I'm seeing someone who, in a different way, she is also his manic pixie dream girl, but she is much more real.
Yeah,
she's just living on a different frequency.
Truly.
But she is authentic.
I like her. Paula. I love her. I really like her.
Even with the tiny stuffs. I think she is in love with him. I think he does love her. He's just not ready to grow up yet. He is not ready. And I will say, the hypochondriac thing of him going, I'm sniffling in the car, that's a symptom of something higher. Yeah. Now, what I will say, he was diagnosed with Crohn's. So I think he had a childhood where he wasn't well. And he has had to deal with health problems consistently. Now, that can also become your entire personality.
That's true.
I know
That's
people.
True.
I know people.
Him, yeah.
So I feel a little. I can give him that.
And maybe he was baby because he was a sick kid.
Exactly.
And mom, yeah, that's a good point.
That's where I went with it. But
thanks for making me look like an asshole.
It's easy to do. Yeah, that's where I'm just giving him a little bit there because Crohn's is debilitating.
It is. That's true.
And I think probably, and he was diagnosed very early.
Oh, he was? I didn't remember that.
Yeah. Like when he was younger than 10, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And what this is now, this is someone who is consistently, their whole existence is about what they put in their body so it doesn't cause inflammation in their body. Mm-hmm. So now you have someone who is terrified of any stimuli to their body.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just trying to read into that. I think that still creates the result of him being a man baby. Mm-hmm. But I can see how he got there easily.
Yeah.
But I think that's where the hypochondria coming from, and he's kind of freaking out because I think when you grow up with a chronic illness, you have to be checking with your body consistently.
That's true.
And
that's true.
I think that's what he's doing, and so yeah, I don't have as completely a negative view like you do there, but I do think it's not going to be. I think if he doesn't make some huge changes, they're done for, because it's already been established he hasn't really let her in his life. And
it also makes sense why he doesn't believe in the universe and any of these kind of metaphysical or abstract ideas, because he probably had to rely on science and facts,
and medicine.
And that's the only thing that kept him safe. You're welcome, Thomas.
Exactly.
There you go.
My thing though, when they first started, I went, is this the same day? Did we get over the part where you said, I don't feel safe and I need to leave? This is the same day.
Same day, yeah, it is.
And so I'm going to say this about Paula. One thing I will say, I think she's a beautiful woman. This woman is at least a 2 to 3 face. I don't know what she looks like in a different picture. I'll see her again. Her makeup will be different. She doesn't wear glasses. I'm like, who's that? Who's that with Thomas? Because it's not Paula. This is the new James of James and Tata. I don't know what she looks like. She shows up in a different angle. I'm like, well, that's another face I haven't seen.
She's got looks.
She's pretty. I'm not saying that. It's just that it's like looking at a fucking Picasso. I don't know what angle I'm going to see.
Okay.
And it's
you're not wrong.
I'm not certain about her. And so it makes me nervous.
You're not wrong.
So she says they're going hiking. I think you know where they're going. Culver Steps. Did you see where they were going?
I did notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it's a cute little area over there. Like a little recreational area.
Yeah.
And
haven't been out there because of rattlesnakes this year. And now can't swim in the ocean. The sharks are coming now. They just saw that on the news today.
Just wear boots.
Well,
I can't live in fear like you're going to.
We can't swim in the ocean now. They just said a thing because we're getting an El Nino, one of the worst ones we've had, and there's going to be sharks in the water.
You've never swam in the ocean anyway. I've seen you touch your toe in the ocean.
Maybe I was thinking about it, but now I'm not. I was going to swim in Santa Barbara, but fuck that.
Have you ever swam in the ocean?
Yeah.
When?
When I went to the DR, I was in the ocean.
How deep?
It was like 5 feet.
I'm surprised.
Well, there was like 30 people around on a boat, so I knew the shark wouldn't come by us because of all the noise. So
Maybe because you were on a boat, so you could jump into the water. But I wonder I think it's maybe being on land and wading into.
I have been out just right over my head. I have done that before.
Okay.
I made myself do it. And it was
scary.
One of the most anxiety producing things I've ever done in my life.
Isn't it interesting though? It's like that's how our fears work.
I would rather learn to be a falconer than swim in the ocean, in deep ocean.
That's so crazy because I think I've mentioned before, it feels free to me.
Yeah.
My
chest is tight talking about it right now.
I wonder what that is.
Landlocked state.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before. You could go to Lake Murray where there's probably dead bodies.
But my mother told me there's poop and you never know if there's a snake in there.
That's it. Your mother has created such an instinctual fear.
I love going to look at the ocean.
I wonder if we could do exposure therapy on you.
I think I would do that with a licensed professional and not a drunk bitch.
No, it'd be more fun with me. I'd drop you out and I just push you into the ocean with a cattle prod.
Yeah, you just. Yeah. Then you
That's
go
my exposure therapy.
Then you go fuck a lifeguard, and I'd never see you again.
You're swept out with the tide, and I'm just like getting it on the lifeguard station.
Yeah.
So, she says, "I wish one day you could just, being a gentleman, open the door." And this is the thing about not letting her drive. I do believe he does want to be controlling. I don't think that is because he wants to control her. I think he's terrified if he doesn't control everything about his apartment. He thinks his environment, he's going to die. Hence the Crohn's, hence the beef tallow, hence the paleo.
But then how does that affect you getting the dining room table?
That is a whole other thing.
So I bring that up because I agree with you. And it's like you said, it's the same result of him being a spoiled man.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
So after he's glued her perfume shut. Mm-hmm. And she even says, we've hung out with people who wore perfume and he's suddenly super allergic. And she says, I hate that. I refuse that control. And he's like, I don't feel good right now. My nose is running. I'm allergic to something. This is the normal. Yo, this is diagnosable hypochondria.
It does feel like we're getting there. It'll be interesting to see, but yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's great.
She says this double personality. This is the thing. Well, remember, I don't think they've really ever been together when they haven't been on vacation. Even though she's been there, he's a different person on vacation.
And I was going to say, I feel like probably on vacations he lets go of things. Maybe he's concerned about his eating. I mean, she says at one point, all I've ever seen you eat is meat, bananas, and rice. I think rice or something like that.
People have reached out saying for their Crohn's they don't eat things like this, and we did Google that for some people paleo is the choice. It seems like red meat would not be good because I don't digest red meat that well anymore. Because I'm in my 40s.
Old.
I had a ribeye steak last night. My heart rate was crazy. My Oura Ring told me, bitch, you ate too much steak.
Again, you can't be touting this ring if they're not going to sponsor us.
What if the whole podcast were just little things about my body?
That'd be wonderful for you to do on your own.
It's not far off.
Not far off.
So he says, I'm just fighting to process through this day. Can you just give me a break? I'm having a hard time being fully here. And she's like, where else do you want to be? How can I make you fully here? This is
the emotional sensitivity too. Again, I bet there was not. That's the part that comes in that he's not, the emotional. Just his emotional maturity. He. I think he still is in some ways that 10-year-old kid who got sick.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think the fact that he is emotionally available, like he does seem like he cries and he gets emotional, I think that's a good part of him.
Yeah, okay, she calls him this. She says he's very sensitive about that.
Yeah, but so later on, they're at the Culver City steps, and she says, "I know it's hard for you, but you are putting me down in this relationship." And he says, "I don't know how to voice what I'm going." This is interesting, and I'm glad he said this. He's like, "I don't know how to kind of tell you this," and then he kind of throws himself. He's like, "Sorry, I'm the one you're attached to." And that's when I went, this is how you feel about yourself. You are a weight.
Yeah.
You're
a burden.
You're damaged. You're a burden. And
I feel that way about your parents. And
yes, all of it. And I just went, and immediately, because I was kind of like where you were and think, oh, this asshole, look at him. And as soon as he said that, I went, oh. And that's where my empathy clicked on. I went, and that's when I thought about all the Crone stuff. And I was like, okay, I get it. But she keeps saying, we need to find a middle way. And I went, I love you, Paula. I love you. She's my favorite person this season. I have to say that. I really love her.
I love her too. And I do. Thank you. I do have a little bit more empathy for him. But again, I go back to, if I lived with a man and he brought out that fucking cube.
Yeah, the table.
And said you can the cube. You can put all your clothes in this cube.
Oh, yeah,
and then when it fills up, I will think about getting you a, as we say back home, Chester drawers.
Chester drawers.
Or a dresser. It's that kind of like, just because you have your own process, what does put the hackles on my neck is again, I say from their first, he's done nothing to make her feel welcome. So it's like he doesn't think about her.
My thing with that is he's overwhelmed. He can't because he's taking care of himself. But I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Later on, he's doing some type of wall yoga. Mm-hmm. And she wants more hangers, and he's like, and she goes, I need to hang. And then he says, I would rather give you a closet than get a chest of drawers or Chester drawers. Mm-hmm. And she's got like this big rock, this black tourmaline. Now, this would kind of piss me off too, just to be honest. This is not a crystal. This is a rock. Mm-hmm. It's big.
It's big.
And she's like, it's a cleaner. It's bad energy. And he's like, she loves to waste money. It was $250, this rock. And
they're expensive.
Yeah. And she's like, you're wasting money on silly stuff. And he's like, but what about your rollerblades? He said, well, at least I can get to someplace. So this is where we start seeing, I think this stuff is more dangerous than what they've been going through before. These are values around money.
Yeah.
I think this is a lot more dangerous.
Well, and apparently too, now, see, then he does do something nice where he's like, I want her. So I think he can think of logistical things a little bit more, but the emotional he can't, because he gets her a credit card because he said, I know she needs to build her credit.
And it's got a $25K limit. I was like, whoa, okay.
But she's been up and down with her credit and had bad credit. And so he's worried.
Yeah. I will say, I find them one of the most interesting couples this season.
You know, why I like watching them is you can, like I said, I don't think he did much for her. And it does seem like he loves her and she loves him.
I totally agree. Yep.
So,
speaking of people who don't love each other.
Yeah, will love be enough?
Is love enough?
Is love enough? Y'all, we're all just Juliet sitting in the back of that car, just kind of wondering, what the fuck is my daughter doing now? Let's talk about Ashia and Maxwell.
So they are going to see his parents, and he's saying, I just want to take her out in person. I want to spoil her. I can't figure him out. We haven't gotten a lot of time just with him. All we've gotten is with her.
It feels like he's acting or something. I don't mean like he's conning her. I don't mean that.
I can't tell.
But something feels performative about the whole thing. He's always so smiley.
Maybe he's a little scared of her.
Probably.
Personally, I would be too.
Yeah.
And so Maxwell says, "Hey, Ashia, would you put on a sweater for my family?"
I'll do it when we get out.
And
he's like, oh, well, if we get out, then yeah, I'll do it then.
But she says he's always sexy, sexy, sexy until the family comes. And she's like, how can I be cute and conservative? And then in this heat, I agree with you.
I think be grateful.
Lennon is your friend, Ashia.
Yep. And you can get quality linen, Poodle.
Quince.
Quince.com/realitygays. Get your quality linen. It really is good linen. You bought some for Greece.
I'm taking it to Greece.
Yeah, I did too. I got a pretty blue one. But here's the deal is that I actually am like, girl, you're dating this man whose culture, he could tell you never to wear anything sexy. Be grateful that just around his parents, he has you put on, but wants you to be yourself around him.
It's that I would feel more sorry for her if she wasn't awful.
Yeah, she's awful. And if she loved him, but she does not love him.
She calls them mom and dad. And she's rented an apartment for the entire family. And it's the first time they're staying together.
Not smart.
Yeah. And so they're eating, I think, what's a cola nut? And she's like, it's spicy. And
it gives them life and abundance.
The mom says, Maxwell being the first son is the most important thing. He must attract a good wife. And the parents,
she says, Maria, they say love is blind, but he behaves as a fool, and I'm worried. And I feel like that's going on now.
Yeah.
Y'all,
and
that's
the parents. Yeah.
The first meeting of her, this woman is already like, no niceties.
And the parents don't want him to stay with her. And she's like, oh, okay, that's fine. And she's like, also the sisters, I don't want to meet them. Because she knows.
She knows.
And she's like, they're like his private investigators. So y'all, then we meet Blaze.
Blaze,
I'm
sorry, go ahead.
Who's kind of the savior of this story.
She really is. Blaze, who went back through every Facebook post of 2009. Oh, that's fantastic. Do you know how much Ashia probably posts on Facebook about her relationship to God? Because that's part of her testimony.
Meanwhile, her mother is saying, I don't like Nigerian food. This meat is tough.
She says that in her talking head. She thankfully does not say that at the table. But yes.
They're talking about children. And she's like, I think 2 is enough.
Oh,
why?
Did you say it was the first time for Ashia to meet the sister, by the way? I don't remember if you said that. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's the first time they met. And she's like, it's expensive. And the mom's like, unacceptable. You must have 4. And she says, we'll have what God plans. Good answer.
Good answer.
But the mother says, I don't accept it.
I do not accept it. I do not. Maybe Maxwell will speak to her. And Blaze says, well, in Nigeria, we think that women are submissive. And again, she's a politician because she's like, well, he knows I respect him and I have his best interest at heart.
Didn't that chemical peel do some good?
And as she said, problem is he doesn't know he likes it until he sees it.
It's such a horrible way of talking about someone's preferences.
Yeah.
And
true. Doesn't know he likes it until and Blaze says, oh, he does. And it's interesting how she says their culture, and it is about women being submissive, but yet the father and the brothers aren't saying anything. It's all the mother and the daughter that are all really running this conversation.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so
it's more of a domestic issue. That's why.
Then we find out it goes deeper. She wants him to have eye surgery to make his eyes whiter.
Yes.
There's a lot of things to unpack in that. We're not...
Because he's been outside too much.
But also, too, I think deeper than that is a little bit... we are gay white men.
We're 2 white guys.
But I would love to hear someone African-American, Black, talk about... Is this eye bleaching? basically, so I Googled it. I did actually a deep. It's called eye bright or quote whiter eyes, which just feels gross, or conjunctivoplasty. And so it's the conjunctiva, it's the membrane, the thin membrane, and over the white part of our eye. And basically the surgery is it removes and reconstructs. And basically what the doctor does, it marks the area, the blood vessels, all that. And then they remove the membrane and it reveals the kind of white part of the underlying eyes. And this this does happen more people, the more melanin you have in your body, the more common this is. So,
wow, this is really racially loaded.
It's really fucking racially loaded. And so because of the higher melanin levels, this happens. And actually, when I thought about this, I was like, oh, I know a couple of like older Black actors that I know that like, and they have talked about that. There's a famous actor who's talked about, or somebody I'm thinking of, an actor, a reality star, has a yellow in his eyes and talked about it. I can't remember, but they didn't use this terminology. They said nothing's wrong with my liver. It's just that's the way my eyes are. Yeah. And it's pigmentation, basically, like freckles, but on your eyeball. It's not as common. I will say it is basically the procedure only takes 15 minutes, but you're going to pay about $3,000 to $5,000 an eye. I asked what it would be in Atlanta.
Wow.
And $3,000 to $5,000 an eye per eye in Atlanta. But in Nigeria, it would be under $400 an eye. Oh, okay. However, here's where the racially loaded shit comes into play because this is Asia coming from, a very colonized slave, white America. It's doing the Google. Really hard to find in Nigeria because it's more of a Western thing.
Yep. No, I could have already seen that. Yep. Well, she's trying to she's trying to de-Africanize this guy. Let's be honest.
She wants a fucking Denzel Washington.
Yep.
But
she's trying to take the African stink off of him. That's exactly what's happening. She
really is. It's gross.
With the chemical peel, with the eye bleaching, she's trying to make him less African.
And it's
gross.
Because you know why? Because she probably tried to date. Because they're in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot
south of Atlanta. They're in Alabaster, Alabama.
They're in Alabama. I'm sorry. I said Atlanta. So maybe it's a little, but still, in the South, there are plenty of single Black men for her to date.
But none that she's found. But this one's God told her. Because
the men here that know her same culture know this bitch is crazy.
And she's full of shit.
And she's
probably...
She's my least favorite person to watch, actually, on this season.
Oh, for sure.
Because this isn't something...
Katie's hard for me.
Catie, I don't know, but maybe because of my degree, like the mental illness part is fascinating for me to watch with her. This is just a dumb asshole.
Straight up assholery.
Yeah, assholery.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you. That's the show.
Wow.
Well, let's end on that. Sorry.
Eye brightening.
I just brought it down. I'm sorry.
I meant to Google this too before because I went, you know what? I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I couldn't, but I'm glad you told me. But I'm kind of sad that I know now about eye whitening.
Yeah.
It reminds me of just like in Asian countries when they'll use skin lightening.
Yeah. No, I learned about that when I worked at Sephora. We would have so many Asian women come in, and then that's when I learned that's a thing.
Yep.
So,
wow.
We're a comedy podcast, so we're not going to deep dive into that, but yeah. Yikes. Which, by the way, we hope you got your Yikes shirt because we can't get them now, but thank you again for
shipping late June, early July.
Yes. All right, everyone. Y'all, that is the show. Thank you so much for either watching on our Patreon, Supercast, the video tiers. We appreciate you. Or for the rest of you for listening, we appreciate you very much. You can support our show by supporting our sponsors. As we mentioned Quince before, they help us do what we love. So please support those brands because we appreciate them. If you're like, fuck you, I don't want to hear any commercials, you can jump to our $8 tier, our all audio tier for what, Poodle?
Your pleasure.
For your pleasure. That's available on patreon.com/realitygays or on Supercast, which is realitygays.supercast.com, or on Apple subscription, which is easier than Poodle. It's just one button. Easier than you just press one button. If you don't care about polls or any of that shit, you just want to get all your shit. Yeah, that's where you got to go.
You want it in the goot.
In the goot. Please leave a review, a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. If you don't know what to say, you can just say, keep going, Queens. And we appreciate that very much. Subscribe to our YouTube shorts. That's where you can, if you don't want social media, you can watch all the same or see or whatever, comment, all the same memes and things like that are on YouTube shorts. Or you can go to our Instagram, Reality Gays podcast. TikTok and Blue Skies, Reality Gays pod. All right. And the Facebook group, y'all, our Sissy Squad. You can join that.
We have fun in there. Sissy Squad. Search for Sissy Squad.
We do. All right, everybody. Reminder, if you do want to jump on the Summer Slammer sales only for June. So get on that if you want to get on it. We call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places, Poodle?
Yes. And if you bring over someone you invite to your birthday, someone who you met at a run club, then you went to Europe with, and you may have kissed a couple times, and they're talking to your new boyfriend or new husband. Cut it out because you're a big cuck.
Big cuck.
Cut it the fuck out.
Cuck us.
Cuck us.